Should...
Excellent.
Yep, ready.
In a cave deep beneath the world. Wait, hold on. We're not doing a trailer. Where did we leave off last? That's where I need to.
You know where we left off last. I
don't remember my own. I don't remember my own name half the time. Attention.
Papa your Trollo. Cough.
So, where we last left off. Rel fed the dragon, and she fed it quite a bit. I believe you were up to 68 spell slots worth of energy.
Yeah, I have that written down somewhere, I think.
You read about phoenixes and learned about their reproductive cycle, and then studied the egg some more and learned that it was the egg of a ruby dragon that had been down here for at least 1,000 times longer than it had been with its parents. You do not know what those time frames are, but it's been down here for, you can gather, quite a long time. The group talked to the tribe.
Would I have learned how long a dragon, like a ruby dragon, stays an egg for?
Or probably, yeah. You know that they're I don't know if it's a gestational period. If it's an egg, probably not. I think that's only if it's live birth. Anyway, you know that they usually take sometime in the neighborhood of about 6 months to hatch if they've been taken care of properly. That's most dragons as well.
Continue. Sorry.
No problem. The group talked to the Triumvirate about the adasyte and the fire encounter thingy. Hyan seemed to have an extreme need to get to floor 3 as fast as possible. The group went their separate ways to do errands. Amalia obtained 4 new spell scrolls, which were all rituals. You sold some stuff and bought some stuff. You now have some adasyte. I believe it was adasyte weapons.
Weapons, yes.
Shit, did I mark those off?
Rel hung out with Zhao and researched the Moon Book with Akira and some other scholars. You learned quite a bit from that Moon Book about kind of the nature of Aether itself. And while it's not entirely proven, the book itself like fills a lot of gaps in the current magical theory. That it's like, ooh, okay, wait, this is some Einstein's theory of relativity shit going on.
Yeah.
You fed the dragon up to 81 spell slots by the end of the session. Your XP multiplier is currently at 1.4, and the day is currently 73. So, I cannot remember if you took a long rest at the end of the session last session. I believe you did, but it's been almost exactly a month since we had a session, so...
Yes. Pretty sure we did.
Okay, so you would
I
all...
not have that written down. Why do I not have that written down?
No idea.
I don't know either. Oops.
You would all come to consciousness in your various resting places, wherever those may be, and the day is yours. And by the day is yours, I mean you can do whatever you want. You have your requests and your orders and everything else, but what are you guys doing?
Said I'm up to
81 spell slots so far.
81 spell slots.
I remember I had to continue doing more spell scrolls, but I'd never wrote down which ones they were.
Okay.
Because I put them all in and deleted all the ones out of my inventory.
Okay, 1 second.
So I know,
you
like, I have all the spells that are supposed to be there. I remember that I split them up between, like, copying them in the night before, and then I was going to do some more in the morning.
Okay.
Well, you had Detect Magic, Illusionary Script, Magic Mouth, and Water Breathing that you looked for. And then I don't know which ones you found.
Found all 4 of those?
Yeah, I found all of the ones I was looking for.
So that is... Illusionary Script is a level 2 spell, if I remember, and Water Breathing is level 3.
Yeah.
That is a 7-hour... because it takes you an hour per spell level, if I recall, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's a 7-hour train, basically. You could have easily gotten that done before your long rest, and then done some in the morning as well, and still had a full rest with no real issues. You just have to make sure that you have the money marked off, because I believe it's 50 GP per spell level, or in this case it would be 500, because you were multiplying everything's by 10.
Yeah.
So that'd be 7 times 500 is 3,500.
I have 32,000 silver. I don't know.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you just I don't know if you've subtracted that yet or not, but it's
I
3,500.
subtracted. Okay. Yeah, I know I subtracted when I bought them.
Yes.
3,500.
Mm-hmm. And you would have kind of woken up in the morning and gone about your quick morning routine to wake up and then finished off those spell scrolls. Everyone else, what are you doing with your time whenever you wake up? Zhao has like an hour routine that he does every morning that you guys are in camp, and he just runs around the camp and kind of does some quick physical, kind of gets himself going in the morning.
Who's the best at extracting materials and making potions?
And making what?
Potions.
I have some knowledge in alchemy.
I don't think you want to do this.
I don't even know how to cook a nice steak, man.
Oof.
Let alone mix a potion.
Oof. I'm just saying, cocktails and cooking are two different things completely.
Yeah.
Rel, you do have experience in alchemy, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
It's not like I'm proficient in it or anything. I'm working
Have
on
some
it.
background.
Yeah.
No, I'm working on
I
it.
need like either a master person who can do this. What I need done.
Well, what do you need done?
Well, I need someone to extract the poison from the thorns.
You're talking very quietly. I can't hear you. Speak up.
I said I need somebody to extract the poison from the thorns from a while ago. And the other stuff needs to be made into something.
The other stuff? I'm sorry. It feels like last night lasted a month. I don't know. I'm not here.
You is hinting at the adasyte dust. Not. She doesn't want to state it.
Okay. Yeah, the other stuff. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
It would be.
I don't know. I can't do any of that shit. So.
It would be useful for us to have in field if I can, say, poison a certain witch.
Yeah, I don't know anything about any of that. So.
Something Haruka.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Rel would know how to do this. Holy crap.
Are we okay?
Trying to figure out the sheets.
No, I'm waiting on you.
Does anybody know anyone? I know Akira might be able to do it.
Someone at the Druid's Grove might. I might not be there.
I suppose we should, I guess, pick someone outside. Yeah. Or.
So what are you guys doing?
Apparently trying to brew a potion. That's what I've gathered.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of potion are you trying to make?
I have the thorns from the statue that Rel hit. I have 3 vials of those that I need the poison extracted out of.
What thorns?
You know, the thorns from the tree that she hit, the little spell.
Figurine after the Guardian fight.
Right. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
And then I want to make some adasyte poison.
Okay.
As a precautionary measure.
Oh, that's right. Adasyte is toxic.
Yes.
Yeah. It's been a fucking minute.
And it not a particularly good death either.
Well, in terms of extraction, you would need somebody with proficiency in either nature or medicine to do that. And in terms of brewing a potion, anybody can attempt that. So that's your call. That's y'all's call. You just know that you would need somebody in order to extract venom from thorns or poison from thorns without, you know, tainting it or anything like that. It's not particularly dangerous to extract venom from. Is it venom if it's a plant? I guess it would be venom.
If it's injected, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, in order to extract venom from the plant thorns, it's not particularly dangerous. It's just like to get it out of there without tainting it is difficult. It's like trying to milk a rattlesnake, you know?
Yeah.
It's not really dangerous per se. It's just hard to get it done. And there's a lot of ways it could go wrong.
Okay. I guess to the Druid's Grove then. If you guys don't mind waiting to get this done.
Nope.
It enhances my damage at least.
Okay.
If
Oh, that's right. You're pretty much the only one that uses like corporeal real weapons, aren't you?
Yeah. Except my
Sure
Jedi mind
does.
tricked. My mind trick.
Yeah, but like poisoning your mace doesn't do a whole lot. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
I broke
fair.
your bones. No, take that poison. That's not gonna. Oh, okay, that doesn't work. Oh shit.
That's fair, yeah.
Okay, sure. So, I guess Eve, you head to the. I'm sorry, you head to the Druid's Grove.
Yeah.
Great. So heading to the Druid's Grove, you find the usual riffraff there. Kiri's there. You see Rue kind of flying around the tree. The children currently aren't present as it's really early in the morning, and the children usually kind of still sleep in a little bit. There's other people, but I don't have my NPC sheet open. Hold on. Yeah, so there's Kiri, there's Guteri. There's Guteri is the wild elf. Kaelin is there, the Firbolg. So you know that your typical druids, the people that attend the groove, are there.
The groove or the grove?
The groove. Sorry, I was reading something and my brain like mixed words. Anyway, the grove. Sorry.
The groovy grove.
Oh
Sorry.
That's what Kaelin would call it too. He's like, imagine
so hippie,
like
it hurts.
yeah, he's super hippie, so like it's now the groovy grove.
I'm sorry.
Kaelin, in fact, Kaelin's just like, hey, welcome to the groove, man.
Oh, please.
Okay.
Hi. Who do I talk to about extracting something and making a potion?
I mean, it really is going to depend on what you're extracting. Because if it's something like that real bad, I don't think we're going to do that. But if you got something simple to extract, I figure we probably can do it for you.
I have thorns that have venom in them.
Yeah, that sounds like a fairly standard procedure. No problem. Let me see the thorns.
I take out the 3 vialfuls of thorns.
We've got a lot of thorns here.
Yeah, I had to pull out a
He, like-
lot of them.
He like shakes one of the vials. He goes, "Do you know what kind of plant they're from?"
Let's just say it came from a figurine whenever somebody whacked it. And I don't exactly know what plant. Do you?
No,
It-
no, I don't.
It's, it killed them almost instantly.
He takes one of the thorns out and he sniffs it. Oh, it smells like it's like some kind of garlic in there. Ugh. Takes one of the thorns and he just bites it in half. Starts munching on the half that he just bit off. Oh yeah, that's definitely pretty nasty stuff in there. Oh god. Oh no.
Then why'd you eat it?
Gotta figure out what it is.
That's an interesting way to learn what it
You
is.
see his eyes glow for a second, just a brief flash of like this kind of forest green. Okay. Yeah. Oh man, that's pretty gnarly. Okay. He drops it back in the vial, the half, And he goes, well, what you've got here is some pretty particularly nasty poison. We can extract it for you if you want.
I would like that, yes.
Yeah, sure, no problem at all.
How many vials do you think it'll make?
Probably, and he looks at all the thorns, you could probably get a vial of poison out of this.
Okay, here, I hand him a vial.
Oh, well, thank you. All right, I was just going to use one of the ones that your thorns came in.
Okay, that works too.
All right, great. He takes the vials. Give me just probably 10 minutes.
Okay. Do you also make potions, by the way?
Guattari's really a lot better at making potions and stuff than I am, but I can make a few.
How much better?
Well, his healing potions won't give you diarrhea.
What about specifically toxic material?
So you're wanting to make a poison?
Yes, and it's something you really shouldn't stick in your mouth. Trust me, please.
No, me and Guattari don't make poisons. That's kind of against the code here. I'll extract some poison, but I'm not gonna make any.
Okay.
You might have to look for somebody else for that. Okay. So.
That is literally what Rel is studying.
There you go.
I just didn't want him to stick adasyte dust in his mouth. Be like, not my fault. I warned him not to.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he moves away, takes all the vials, and he starts taking the thorns out, and you see him like snapping them in half, and he submerges them in this little kind of, it's like a little box basically, and you look, and the box is filled with water, and he lets him sit there for a while, and you see him doing something weird with the water, and then you watch the water kind of start to come out of the box, and inside of it there's now this kind of like sphere, this liquid sphere inside a larger water sphere of just this jet black stuff. And you see whenever it catches the light just right, it has almost a green tinge to it. And then he uses the water to almost like deposit all of this poison into a vial, and corks it up and hands it to you. Now this is some pretty nasty stuff, so you're gonna have to be pretty careful when you use it. It's gonna, you know, if you hit somebody with this, you better hope that that they die, because if they don't, they're going to be in agony for a really long time, because it's pretty nasty. Okay?
Can you tell me what type of poison?
Well, this particular type of poison, it's actually synthetic poison. That's why it tastes so bad. It's called Hush. Oops, I almost typed that in Discord. Here.
Crazy coughing.
There you go.
Hush. Poison, and I will copy paste this to my journal.
You have 3 applications of it. You can apply it. You can apply the whole vial to a weapon for 3 hits, or you can apply it to 3 pieces of ammunition. So. I'm not going to bother writing it down, but it expires an hour after. I cannot talk today. Holy crap. An hour after you apply it, if you apply it to a weapon. So if you put it on your dagger, those 3 hits last for the next hour. And then once you've either taken 3 hits or landed 3 hits, or an hour has expired, the poison is worn off.
Okay.
So. It's basically the same thing as drow poison.
You weren't kidding about being nasty.
Oh, yeah, that stuff will kill you.
Glad I wasn't the one hit by them.
Well, hopefully you use it for the forces of good. And not the forces of evil, which is a little subjective, but not that subjective, you know?
It's not like I plan to assassinate anybody.
I'm
Unless they deserve it.
not really sure what kind of work you do with a poison that isn't an assassination, but yeah, sure.
You said they die in horrible agony.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't mean it has to kill the target immediately.
Pretty important point about this poison as well. Something that isn't immediately obvious. If it's ingested, it won't do anything to you. The enzymes and stuff in your stomach, they'll take care of the poison, so it has to hit the bloodstream in order to be effective.
You know of anybody that makes needles?
That makes needle? The blacksmith probably does.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Alright, well, that's that. I do have some work to do, so I'll see you around.
Yeah. Thank
He
you.
picks up a bucket full of a very smelly substance and moves away.
By smelly, it.
It's manure.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yep.
Okay. I don't. Did you guys come with or not?
No, I would have stayed working on my working on alchemy today since didn't really have anything else.
That works. And yeah, Zhao is still doing his morning routine, and Amalia would be working on finishing those spell scrolls up. So you kind of finish that up and then return. What else do you guys have in mind?
I don't even remember what else we had to do.
It's been a while.
I don't think we had anything to do. We bought everything, I think, so far. Unless you guys got something else.
I don't know.
Didn't I have daggers being crafted?
I gave you one.
They were already finished, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What was that called? Did I already get that added?
Yeah, it's an adasyte dagger.
I already have mine added.
Okay, I do not have that added.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think you got an adasyte dagger. Zhao got an adasyte mace.
I got 2 daggers. She got a dagger. And Zhao got a mace, and I think it's out.
Yep. Yep. Because Amalia's packed weapon is already taken up, I think.
Yep.
What was the bonus effect on that?
It had something to do with magic. Hold up a minute.
It can pierce magical barriers, and it has the same effect as Numidium or Animantium, or no.
Okay.
Whatever
Stop,
the vigil has.
Stop. Please. Let me pull up my cheat sheet. I will have it on here.
Oh yeah, I guess I could have opened that. My apologies.
I don't have adasyte on the cheat sheet, motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
Let me look at my old notes.
And I don't know what you're talking about. I absolutely don't have a packed weapon. I just don't want to make a pact with a weapon.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how that works.
You're leaving it open for a special weapon.
Yeah, very, very, very special weapon. I just haven't found it yet.
Yes. So, adasyte weapons, they act just like adamantine weapons, except for they ignore magical defensive bonuses. So if somebody's using the shield spell or mage armor, it bypasses that.
Oh.
Other than that, they are exactly the same as adamantine weapons.
Please don't turn on me.
They can also bypass like magical barriers. So if there is like a magical wall or magically hardened stone, you can use adasyte to get through
Yeah,
those.
aka we could slam all of our weapons into something, make it, break.
Potentially.
Also, we could. I don't. I don't know if you added that pickaxe to Zhao sheet
I don't know.
because we switched.
Did you make an adasyte pickaxe?
No, we got one for the crate.
That's right. That's right.
Me and Zhao both picked up one from the crate before
Okay.
giving it to them and put our bullet claws in there.
Well, you have access to his sheet, so you can go make sure.
I will look. I will do the looky loo.
The looky-loo, huh?
Yep.
This is the one thing it doesn't fucking say.
Okay. So yeah, that's it. The hell is that?
Okay, so this one can be removed.
For tiny hut,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we can hear out, but can people hear in?
Yes, they
Or-
can hear.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not soundproof at all.
Okay.
Everyone
Yeah,
can hear
we had to
out.
make that spell, and
In Ashwinter, where it's got
Yeah.
silence attached to it.
yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Did you say just add a miner's pick to our inventories?
No, literally just add item and then literally type out like adasyte pick.
I mean, it doesn't have a tack thingy, so I don't know what we'd have.
Doesn't need one.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Now you guys just need to figure out how to tie guidance onto something like water breathing.
No.
Always
Listen here.
guidance.
Giving us
Listen here.
ideas. Shh, it's okay.
Permanent guidance. You can breathe water forever. Also, add a D8 to all your rolls forever. Fuck off.
I don't see the problem here.
Fuck off.
How did no one else think of that? Or did you already say no to it?
I'm saying no to it.
Or you tie Hex to Darkness?
That already exists. It's called Twilight Cleric.
Oh. Oh shit.
Yep. Twilight Cleric can cast darkness, and while enemies while you're, they can cast darkness and make all of their allies be able to see through it.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real MVP.
That shit's OP. Let me use a second level spell to give my allies all advantage on every attack forever, and all the enemies disadvantage on every attack forever. That'll go over well.
Yep. Totally well.
Twilight
Can we
Cleric.
kill off Rel?
No.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah,
We
give me
already
10
have a
Okay.
cleric.
Give me 10 seconds.
We've been trying.
Rel wakes up and Hyan is just standing in the tent. She's just like, ooh, I know what you've been doing. And Rel dies. That's it. There's not even a battle.
She doesn't even move. Rel just falls over dead.
Yep.
Please no.
Hyan would not confront you while you're awake. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
That's reassuring. Okay. Got plenty. Crossbow bolt.
Now that I think about it, water breathing and guidance isn't that bad. It could always be water breathing and fly.
I'm gonna say no.
And I'm just looking at the spells that I have.
You could just have been in the campaign that I played with a bunch of other people, where our warlock had fly and he could cast it at will on as many people as you want.
What?
Yep.
Why?
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I could shapeshift into a dragon whenever I felt. I had wild shape, but I could only shapeshift into dragons. So I hit level 20 and I could shapeshift into an ancient white dragon over and over.
Okay, but why?
Because I don't know.
It's not like classes are balanced at level 20 anyways.
This is kind of true, actually.
All you have to do is break the classes, and then you're allowed to throw a bunch of Tarrasques at them.
You're really not wrong. Like that is how all of my level 20 campaigns have gone. I'm just like, you know what? Here you go. Here's the Sword of Kos and the Hand of Vecna. By the way, there's 2 Tarrasques attacking you.
Pretty sure you had 4 attacking us at one point.
No, 3 is the max. We did have 3 Tarrasques at one point.
They're good.
1 by itself, and then 3 later on.
I'm
This is true.
scared for your level 20 campaign.
So
Oh,
technically,
level 20 is gonna get fucking silly. By the time when Ashwinter hits level 20, which is gonna happen pretty soon, it's gonna be real crazy. All right, y'all ready?
Oh, we are already. Oh shit, we're level 18.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can fly.
Yeah.
just realized that. Okay.
Listen, and just everyone kill their characters off, and everyone make Twilight clerics now. Or not even just Twilight clerics, just all the clerics. You're just all playing clerics now. That's it. The game is just nothing but clerics.
I think at that point, Ezekiel would have an aneurysm.
And you're.
Oh my god, there's so many fucking clerics.
An Azirism. All right, what are you guys doing? Come on, let's go.
Just make Lily with a bunch of different personalities.
It's like Angry Lily is the light cleric throwing fireballs everywhere, and God damn it.
Oh.
Poor Ezekiel.
Oh god, that would be terrifying.
You know what's terrifying? I woke up today.
No.
That's not terrifying. That's fun.
It's terrifying. All right, what are you guys doing? What you guys doing? Come on.
Wait, everything was made?
Yeah.
Weren't we
Uh,
gonna?
Are you looking for a potion mixer, or because like all the poison stuff is over now?
Except, yeah, that's right.
Right.
What do I need to roll for that?
What are you trying to do?
Find one. Find
Okay,
someone.
yeah. Roll me an investigation check.
Why you no trust Thrall?
You are not proficient in it. I'm not going to ask someone that's not proficient in those tools to do
So
something.
you do scour the camp looking for somebody that has the ability to make poisons. And while there are poison makers, none of them are willing to work with this material. You find that there's no one in the camp, really, that wants to work with adasyte, let alone can.
I got bad news for you.
Should I just go to Akira? See if he'll do it.
Oh, Akira is included in this investigation check.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
You should have went to him before doing the check.
He still would have said no.
Oh,
Akira doesn't mix
No.
poisons.
he's no fun.
Even
That's
if
a
it's
lie,
to
he's kind
kill
of bad.
Hyrule?
I love him. Yeah, Akira doesn't mix poisons.
That's who I was planning on using it on.
He still doesn't mix poisons.
Yeah, he doesn't mix poisons. He might be an expert on them, but he doesn't mix poisons. It's like asking a doctor if he would, hey, could you please like tell me the quickest way to kill somebody? The doctor's just like, I don't feel comfortable giving you this advice.
This is not why I have my PhD.
Yeah, this is against my ethical code.
It's not advice, it's just information.
No, I'm just here to learn new things.
Yeah.
something
And
like
your
that.
eyes lighting up with delayed fireball coins. Yeah. Learn. Uh-huh. And my name is actually Bob.
Oh, this is such a great exchange.
Wow, that's actually a fun name,
Yeah, right?
Bob. I like that name, Bob.
That was sarcasm.
It's a
I
fun name.
wish it was actually Bob.
Right?
Then we wouldn't have this whole fucking, hey, you. Me? No, you. Who?
The fucking DM's brain is slowly melting out of my ear. Just
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'm ready if you guys are.
all right. So is that all you're doing?
That's all I can do.
Okay.
I mean, I could do it.
You do have Rel as your. I mean, if anyone would work with poisons, it would be Rel.
I literally have alchemical ingredients for poisons.
She also stole poisons off of a dead body. Like,
I didn't need.
she has no shame. And
Show
hey,
name.
you know what? If it doesn't work and something bad happens, then Rel's dead.
Which is
This
really
is
just
also
a plus
true.
for everybody except for Rel.
Mhm.
Except for Rel. But just don't tell her that part.
I think Zhao would be pretty sad too. Maybe.
Aw.
Yeah, probably.
Yay. Show cares.
Zhao is that one song that's just like, my weakness is that I care too much. That's like Zhao's theme song. Like he wakes up in the morning with that blaring in his ears.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Like, I fully believe that.
He's
Yeah.
the kind of person that would stare at your body and like cry while he's rezzing you. Not because he has to res you, but because, you know, he can't just leave you there.
It's like the decision is like, oh, she's a real bitch, but fuck, I can't. Oh, god damn it. Fuck, could just let her die. No, Zhao, you're a doctor, you're a medic, you're supposed to help people, but oh
Why
my
the fuck do you have morals?
do I leave her? Like, is it more helpful to everybody if I leave her? Maybe, I don't know. Shit, I have to res her, don't I?
I love Zhao.
I actually do too. He's a really fun character to play.
Technically, just spare the dying on her, and then don't.
Just spare the dying and leave is like a moral compromise with yourself.
That would be his compromise.
Wow.
He's just like, I'm not gonna res her, but I'm not gonna let her die either. Just fucking spare the dying and flee.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I had to point that out.
I love it. All right.
Alright, so you tried to do your potion stuff. I got my spell scrolls. Did all of our commissions go through?
Yes, anything you had at this point is finished.
Alright.
Commissions?
Stuff like
Commissions like daggers, maces, any like equipment.
yep, that's all done. It's all done and over with.
Uh,
That's all you needed right there.
Oh yeah, I got Didn't I put this in somewhere?
I don't know.
My clothes are weaved with something.
Your clothes are weaved with, wasn't it numidium or
Yeah.
was it adasyte?
I don't think it was adasyte.
I don't think so either.
It had to do with undead.
It was.
Or necrotic.
Zerite.
Zerite, yeah.
Zerite, when applied to armor, which would, we're basically letting you apply this to like your clothing. Zerite armor grants resistance to necrotic damage.
Okay.
Yeah. It is.
Damn it.
Zerite is repulsive to undead.
I do want to ask you, Kira, if he has a book on monsters.
A book on monster. I have many books on monsters. What kind of monsters are you talking about?
Things that require silver. Maybe we'll run down here.
I mean, silver's for monsters, but there's lots of things that require silver. Perhaps this will help you. Let me search. It looks, it seems I may have lent this one out. You might check in with me later because I don't have this tome currently.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, he does not currently have anything, although he used to and is curious where it went. So.
Is his tent a mess?
Huh?
Is his tent a mess?
No, it's very, very neat. like annoyingly neat.
Check in places you haven't ever looked.
He's rolled his check. The book is missing. I'm sorry. It's always right here, and it's not here. Obviously, I've lent it out and forgotten about it.
That's not good property management. Just saying.
I'm not a property manager.
Keep a little book saying you lent it or not. It helps. Solamente.
Unfortunate.
How much is a detect magic spell scroll?
They are 1,200 gold, if I remember, or 1,200 silver, if I remember.
Is that after or before the change?
That's after the change.
Okay. Can I find one of those?
Roll investigation. It's detect magic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
25.
Yes, there is a. Oof! Actually, they have a couple of scrolls of it, or 3
Ooh.
scrolls available.
Ooh.
What the fuck? There's only like 2 when I checked.
Yeah, they found more.
Motherfuckers.
I want to buy all 3.
You gonna buy all 3? That's 3,600 gold or 3,600 silver.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You buy all 3?
Okay, I think I got everything done.
Didn't you only need 1 spirit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I only needed 1 because I was learning
Gonna
it,
copy
wasn't
it.
I? Detect
Yeah.
magic? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we have it as a ritual.
It's true. You did.
Yeah, I know.
I guess I didn't tell Rel that yet.
Well, not only that, I would still buy them anyway for subtle spell.
True.
Having the ability to subtle spell detect magic, super handy.
Fucking okay hand.
Uh-huh.
That's fine. Just teach me how to cast subtle spell.
Hey, don't worry. In Ashwinter, you can get meta magic. Don't worry about it.
But
But you're a
Sarah
fighter.
doesn't have any spells.
It's okay. It's okay. You get to learn subtle strike. It's where you slice somebody in the face with your sword without actually moving your sword. There you go.
I want
What
to
is this,
sew.
fate?
The Phantasm
Oh.
Blade.
You wanna sew what?
I want to sew one of the detect magics into my sleeve,
Okay.
and then another detect thoughts into the sleeve as well.
Alrighty. That works for me. You could do that. Probably would take you, you've gotten pretty adept at it, but it probably only takes you like 10 minutes to do now.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
Okay, I think I've gotten everything. Are we good on rations and stuff?
We're not tired. We're fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Plus, if we find any meat, I can pretend I'm good at cooking or something like that.
No, you're going to cook it, and it's going to be delicious, right?
And then we got Zhao for backup, or our prestidigitation.
Yeah, I have prestidigitation. All of my meals are gonna be great. Who am I kidding?
Great.
But
Awesome.
there's a difference between an edible and bad cooking. Keep that in mind. You don't want to kill us.
I'm gonna. You, my friend, do not know that.
Just because I can eat anything doesn't mean I like bad food.
She went, yo, it might taste good, but I don't want to eat your shit because I'm gonna die. God.
Think of it more like, think of it like this. You get a tasty food with the, okay, say
It's like that ramen broth last night.
Yeah.
Fucking eat a bunch of oh, this is delicious. And then you're like, 10 minutes later, you're like, oh, I'm in pain.
Yes, that.
Excellent.
So, were we planning on heading out today or tomorrow?
Up to you.
Meh, I'm indifferent.
I mean, I don't mind either way. If we're going to leave today, though, let me know. Because if we're not leaving today, I'm going to go get drunk again.
ask what time it would be by now, but you know,
Um,
time is
like,
kind of irrelevant down here.
yeah, time's a little irrelevant. There's also like things operate in shifts down here, like the 24-hour day, for instance, or the 20-hour day, doesn't apply down here really. There's no morning and night. There are blocks of hours now, is kind of how they do it, because that's much easier to manage than trying to figure out if it's morning or night, etc.
They can track the like hours.
Yeah, they can track hours. People can track time down here. It's just really difficult to track if it's day or night, because if you lose an hour somewhere, well, now you're off by an hour forever, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't know it. So instead, it's broken up into blocks of 5 hours each.
Okay.
And so there's like, you know, this shift is 5 hours, this shift is 5 hours, this shift is 5 hours, and it just goes on.
All right.
The kind of quote unquote time it is right now, it would be probably sometime technically afternoon-ish. So yeah, I don't really care what we do. If we're leaving today, that's great. If we're not, hey, that's I will drink.
Well, we've already kind of not necessarily wasted, but lost most of the day anyways, so we're probably better off to just spend the night and leave in the morning.
This is true.
It's okay with everyone else.
We're fine with whatever.
Works for me.
Okay.
Oh
right.
God.
So you I think you've all accomplished everything you wanted to accomplish today.
Yeah.
Great.
Kind of.
What are you
Oh,
what are you
boy.
thinking? What are you thinking?
Spell slots.
Okay. What's up?
So you want to know how many levels of spell slots I'm putting into this, right?
Yeah, I need to know exactly how many levels of spell slots.
13.
Oh, shit.
Ooh,
19.
nice.
23.
23. That puts you at 104 spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. You're just gonna keep pouring spell slots into this egg?
Oh, actually, take one of those away.
Take one away?
22. Yeah. I'm going to
22.
cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Detect Thoughts is the second level, so take 2 away.
Okay, so that puts you at 102 spell slots total.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on it.
So you sit there and do you cast Detect Thoughts before you begin putting in the spells, the magical energy, or after?
Oh, what's it last for?
Like 10 minutes?
Up to 1 minute.
Oh, shit. Okay. Maybe
So
it's Detect Magic that's 10 minutes.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So after.
Mm-hmm. Okay, after. So you're pouring a little bit of magic into this egg, and the egg begins to heat up rapidly to the point where you have to put it down, like your hands start burning.
Uh-oh.
And you set it down and kind of back away from it. The egg is just super, super hot. Where are you doing this at?
In my tent.
Okay. After a few moments of this, you've poured all this magical energy in there, and you're about to cast your Detect Thoughts is when this happens. By the time you've set this egg on the ground and backed away from it, the top of your tent is now on fire. There's like a flame that is just caught on the tent itself.
Oh, fuck.
It starts to slowly spread.
You fucked up.
You have like a little wooden desk in your
thaumaturgy.
Okay, you put the flame out?
Yeah.
Okay, got you. You do this for quite a while, actually, because stuff starts to catch fire. Books start to catch fire. You have like a little wooden desk in there. It starts to catch fire. The heat is hot enough to hurt you. You are going to take some damage from this. You're going to take 13 points of fire damage.
Oof. All right.
And at this point, the egg is glowing like a small star. You can't even look at it. You have to like avert your eyes. And then all of a sudden, it all stops, and all heat is immediately sucked out of the vicinity.
I cover it up like immediately.
You cover it up? Okay. Let me roll for this real quick. Okay, cool.
Huh.
You cover it up, and then you look around for a second and wait. And listening, you don't hear anybody responding to this.
I'm gonna wait a little bit longer.
Okay. You wait a little while longer. Nobody responds.
It's just Rel.
All right, I cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay, you wait and you kind of sit there, stare at it for a second, and then cast Detect Thoughts. The thoughts that you get at this time are a little different, just a tiny, teensy bit. Whereas before, it was the feeling communicated to you as hunger and warmth and heat, fire, burning. It is not that way anymore. It's become something else entirely, and it takes you a few moments to really decipher this feeling that you're getting. And now it feels less like heat and more like something else, like cold.
What?
You also notice something. I think what's your passive perception again?
Not high. It's 10.
Okay. That's still workable. You do notice that some of the rubies at the bottom of the egg, where it's like got these ruby scales covering it, some of those are no longer red. They're blue now. And you notice that color is starting to seep up slowly, starting from the bottom of the egg.
What the fuck? I don't want to probe deeper.
You probe deeper? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your DC?
Let's see.
What is this
14.
thing? Is that a wisdom save?
It is. I think so.
That is
yes.
an 18 wisdom save. You try to probe deeper, and it what's the word? It repels you.
Yeah. Oh hell no. Yeah, I just need to figure out how.
Another interesting point. There's a lot more coherence to the emotions that you're feeling from this thing than there were before. They were absolute basic emotions before. They are not absolute basic emotions right now. They are a little bit more complex, and the thoughts and stuff that you're getting are just a little bit more complete.
Okay. I am going to cast. Once I can find it. I am going to turn 3 of my spell points into second level spell slot. I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts again.
Okay. I'm going to probe deeper? Okay. I think that's a failure. Nope. That is a success. It's 13 plus 2.
Fucking oof. All right, I'm going to do it one more time.
Okay. That's definitely a failure. 5 plus 2.
Okay.
7.
Cool.
Okay. You probe deeper. What are you searching for specifically?
Why it wants cold.
Okay, so as you're pushing a little bit deeper, you start to kind of feel out the desires of this creature. To say thoughts is a little difficult because it doesn't form really complete thoughts. It's pretty abstract still.
Yeah.
The desire for cold is very similar. It's identical to its desire for heat. But the desire for heat is gone now, completely satisfied. And you notice that the creature feels almost satiated.
But no indication as to why it wants cold.
Not necessarily. it's almost like it needs it. It's like a primal drive. It's not a conscious decision. It is a primal requirement. It's a reflex.
Would I know out of like, you know, the books and stuff that I read, would I know why it wants cold?
Well, make an intelligence check here.
All right.
Yeah. Intelligence.
That's a crit.
Nice.
That's 23.
Hell yeah. Okay. So, wow, you only have 3 intelligence? Oh, that's right. Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was way higher than that.
Nope.
Okay. Cool. You slowly piecing some stuff together. You know that dragons incubate their eggs in locations where they tend to thrive at. Red dragons incubate their eggs in lava basins where, you know, they're not in the lava, but they're right beside it. It's super hot. Blue dragons incubate their eggs in warm sand. Gold dragons, again, like hot locations. White dragons incubate their eggs in the frozen mountains, etc.
Mm-hmm.
You know that ruby dragons are very akin to red dragons in that they strongly prefer heat. They love the heat. You know that other gemstone dragons exist. They're not technically myths, but they're long gone, is kind of the idea behind this. But there are reports of emerald dragons, sapphire dragons, stuff like that. There's gemstone dragons that kind of follow the similar pattern to chromatic and metallic dragons. And you anticipate, or not anticipate, you kind of figure out from this that maybe this thing's not quite a ruby dragon. Think that maybe there might be a little bit more to its origin. Perhaps a crossbred dragon of some kind.
I'm seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
Well then. All right. Oh, I do want to do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to whisper to it and see if it can hear me. And I want to speak in... Well, I guess I wouldn't know it's draconic, would I?
Roll another intelligence check. You've read quite a bit about dragons at this point.
Oof.
Yeah, you're not sure what language dragons speak, but...
Well, what language do the... oh, God. Xiao. Like Xiao's people speak.
They, the people of Mirvanin, they speak...
Isn't it this?
Yeah, they speak Inaran, which is basic. It's, if you know Draconic, that's Inaran.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, I also know...
Oh, you also know something literally called Ancient Draconic.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So you do know that it's Ancient Draconic. Okay.
Okay, so then...
It's the old language of the dragons.
Okay. So then I'm going to speak in Ancient Draconic.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell it in a reassuring voice, like a reassuring whisper.
Mm-hmm.
Stop resisting. I'm not going to hurt you, and I only want to care for you.
Okay.
Engage its response.
Make me any of the social checks.
Any of the social checks.
Mm-hmm. Any social check you want.
Everybody's gonna hate me.
Do what you want.
Question:
Sure.
does this count as a child?
I think you've already asked that.
I don't think it does.
Yeah, you
Damn
already
it.
asked this.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
not
did
count
I?
as a child.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Not the kind of child that you are used to dealing with. 27. Great.
21.
21. That's right. I read yours plus 7. Okay.
I mean, I'll take the 27 if you want to give it to me.
No. No.
Please.
That's
please.
not how this works. 21. What is that? That is a natural one. Great.
Oh.
There's a moment where the thoughts kind of flutter for a second, and it's really, really, really strange because now that you've probed deeper and you speak to it, the response that you get isn't so much even an acknowledgement of you, more of a curiosity, a flare of interest. It doesn't seem to respond to the words that you said, more just the fact that you talked to it directly.
Okay.
So.
I mean, I knew it was going to be deception.
Yeah.
That was a fucking lie.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's not wasn't entirely a lie.
You want to
I
use
was
it for your
actually-
own purposes.
I was going to go with persuasion
Mm-hmm.
because it is 95% true.
Just the word only is wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the most important word.
Okay. So yeah, it doesn't respond to the context of what you said, but it does respond to your speaking to it. There's it's like speaking to a dog before it knows its name or any commands or anything like that. You're just like, oh, who's a good boy? And the dog just wags its tail like, oh yeah, they're speaking to me. It's kind of that kind
Yeah,
of
I
thing.
figured. Like a baby
Yeah.
cooing just because they're getting attention.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right. I'm going to put it back, and I guess I'm going to spend some time fixing my goddamn tent.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You with thaumaturgy, you're fast enough to put out anything that was super damaging, so that's good. Thaumaturgy OP.
You want a Weaver's tool check?
Yeah. Give me a check for that.
Okay. Oh wait, as a note, it says in the Weaver's Tools benefits, as a part of a short rest, you can repair a single damaged cloth object.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if I
So-
still need a check for that.
If you want to repair it quickly, it's a check.
Oh no, I would just take the time to do it right.
Okay, yeah, you take it slower and get it repaired pretty well. Like I said, no major damage, just some very minor stuff. The top of your tent was frayed, so you have to like get a stool and like sew it up, and it does take you the better part of an hour to do, but you get it done.
All right, cool.
Okay. And yeah, that's kind of look over at the egg for a minute and wonder what you've got yourself into here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and take a quick
Fuck
break
that.
here, if that's cool. It's about 9 o'clock, so it's a great time to
So-
fucking pee, because I have got to go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so starting back up. Yeah, Rel, you have finished repairing the tent. The day goes on. Before we move on, is there anything anyone else wanted to do during that day?
I wanted to go check on the cave crawler blood. It says it has 2 days left, but I don't know if he'd be done with it early or not.
he would be done with it by the end of the day. So,
Okay.
what were you doing with it?
Oh, it was a gift for Elias.
Is it cave crawler blood alcohol?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you go check on it, and like, as you walk up to him, he's like finished it pretty much as you arrive, and he's like, "Oh, there you go."
Thank you. How much do I owe you?
Fuck. I'll be right back real fast. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure, you're fine.
Should we wait?
No, go ahead.
How much do I owe you?
Let me just check my orders here. It was just cave crawler, like alcohol, right?
Yep.
It's gonna be 450 silver.
Okay, I hand it to him.
Okay.
450. Gotta get my calculator.
Holy fuck.
Mood.
Okay.
All good?
Yep, and I'd go to Elias' assistant.
Okay. Do you drink any of this alcohol?
A little bit. I want to actually taste it.
Okay. You go to Elias and you two kind of hook up for the night. You present him with this alcohol and he adores it. He takes a big gulp, hands it over to you, tells you to taste it, and you do. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, goody.
20.
20. Thank God.
Mm.
That could have been bad.
So,
You doesn't try to get drunk. Reasons.
Heather, I know Heather has never tried any overproofed alcohol. I have tried overproofed alcohol. I don't know if Spirit has. Spirit, have you ever tried overproofed alcohol?
I don't know what that means.
Where it's like 130 proof?
Oh god, no.
Okay. So I've tried Bacardi 151 straight from the bottle before, and it's 150 proof. 151 proof specifically. That shit, when it hits your mouth, it's hard to not immediately spit it out. Like your brain is like, no. And it burns. You can't even taste it. It burns so much. That's what this does. You can't even taste it whenever you sip it. It's an immediate burn, and like your ears catch on fire. Your nose, like your all your sinuses, which, well, for you, I guess you're emulating sinuses, we'll say. Otherwise, you don't really have sinuses. But like just everywhere that this stuff touches and everywhere that the fumes touch is on fire for a moment, and you're just and you kind of manage to keep it there for just a second and then you taste it, and it tastes like red velvet cake.
Remind me to sip this next time.
Yes, you really should sip it. If you take a big gulp, it's not good. Not good at all.
No, it just hits you all at once. I'm good.
He kind of laughs, and you two share some of the alcohol. You only drink a little bit of it, realizing just how potent it is.
At least
like
it's good.
2 sips and you're it's pretty strong. He drinks probably like 3 or 4 big gulps of it. He gets pretty drunk, but Elias, when he's drunk, is a pretty jovial person. He's very happy and outgoing and hilarious. Just like imagine me when I'm drunk and reverse that, and there you go. That's Elias. And yeah, you two have a good night. The next day comes. You wake up. Zhao's doing his morning routine, etc., etc. Do you guys leave? Or are you staying for whatever reason?
I believe we were leaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we have anything else to do.
Okay. Let me see here. Where is that? There it is.
Trying to find everything.
Okay. See, that's an 11, that's a 2, and that is a 5. Perfect. We will wait for R to get back for this.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep. Good.
Great. You all woke up and left the camp. Proceeded on your way to venture out into floor 2. Upon reaching the crossroads, everything is normal at the crossroads. You go south towards where the Guardian is. You have your map out, and in fact, you guys have explored every part of floor 2 at this point. Let me, yeah, you have.
And you has a
Let
map to
me
it.
lift this 1 second. Global illumination. Boop.
Oh. There's a few spots here. And here.
Mm-hmm.
That are streaking dark lines. Like.
Yeah.
That's because there were like barriers in place over that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
But-
the wall of shadow.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, they're
mark that.
casting shadows.
This is the full floor 2 map. So, all right. Proceeding downwards towards the area where you originally encountered the Guardian. It's almost bizarre because you go for hours and hours and hours, and at this point, it's days. You reach the
How many days?
I'll tell you in a minute. You reach the location of where the shadow room was. Not the shadow room, the illusory room, and there's been nothing. You have not ran into a single creature in your entire journey down here. No bats, no roaming enemies,
It's a trap.
no sledgemen. Very unusual. Proceeding forward into the final room, you take the portal down, and you reach the Guardian's Temple. You find there the great statues of 2 bold heroes destroyed. The entrance of the temple is in ruins. What are you doing?
It wasn't this way when we came. What came through here last, was it?
What do you mean?
It wasn't in ruins, was it?
Oh, no. It was not.
I think she destroyed everything.
I mean, probably, yeah.
Sounds like something she'd do.
Knowing how she probably got mad and being denied and threw a hissy fit.
If this is a hissy fit, I'm scared to see what else she can do.
Zhao, do you have sending?
Yes, I do.
Send it to one of the, Who should we send it to?
What?
Poe?
Poe?
What are we sending?
Tell Poe that, the temple ruins are in ruins and we're checking it out right now. And it wasn't
wait.
this way.
Wait.
Hmm?
Wait.
Hmm?
The temple ruins, it's fine.
Hmm?
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Yeah.
Wait, what?
It has to be a specific letter in a specific spot. If
The
you
third
say,
letter of every message needs to be
son of
V.
a bitch.
You're taking too
You're
long.
No, I wasn't trying to tell him exactly what it is, because if anyone's listening to us,
Oh,
aren't
that
you
was an
supposed
idiot.
to be the smart one?
I'm
Oh, no.
too interested in.
Yeah, I can
Ruins.
tell. Anyways, as long
Zhao
as
just
you
like-
say,
Go ahead.
as long as you say the temple ruins followed by whatever else needs to be said, it'll be fine.
Okay, I will say that.
Or the temple is in ruins, I guess. It wasn't really ruins until now.
Okay. He sends the sending, and at the end, he adds. Also, need a new letter. Yeah, that's enough words.
Need a new letter.
Need a new letter.
That's fair. Zhao smart.
Okay. So yeah, Zhao gets that sending off, and after a moment, he, okay. She says, she gave me a new letter. I'm not going to tell you what it is. And she says, okay, keep her updated.
Oh, okay.
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 As long as you remember to do the letter.
I mean, I might remember. We'll see.
We will remind you.
You know, if none of us know it, we can't say it out loud.
This is true.
Yeah, all we can do is say the letter and hope he remembers.
We should probably go check out what the fuck is going on.
I don't know if I want to go in there.
Yeah, it's probably trapped to hell and back with like assassins and shit.
Yeah, just give me like 10 minutes. And I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. Ritual cast detect magic. There are traps. There is a magical trap. It's a rune of power. Probably not even 60 feet from you. Just in front of the temple entrance, which is currently pretty much in ruins. Like you would have to actively move rocks to get into the temple. That is the only trap that you see.
There's one magical trap about 60 feet in front of us. It's a rune of power.
Do you know what type of magic?
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, you do get the type of magic with detect magic. It is this would be evocation.
I'm going to cast on
Probably a
Servant.
fireball. Probably a fireball.
Okay, I cast Unseen Servant.
Okay.
Do I have to ritual cast it, or can I just spin the spell slot?
I'm pretty sure you can just spin the spell slot if you want to.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do. I need you to go touch that rune of power thingy.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute.
Okay. See invisibility and mage armor. How long does see invisibility last? 1 hour. Okay. Good. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah,
not
okay,
concentration. That's important.
Yes, it's not concentrating. One of the best spells in the game, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the servant goes and walks over to it. Yeah.
Oh no.
So, do unseen servants have HP? I'm pretty sure they do. I think they have 1 HP.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it wouldn't have mattered if he succeeded on the save anyways. You watch as a blast of cold erupts from the ground the second he touches it. And yes, and your unseen servant is no more. The spell ends.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Servant. I was going. It's better than sending my raven over. You
I
kind of
mean-
puts her hand to her thing and then kind of peeks at her raven.
Well, it was a fireball.
It was just a cold fireball.
It was just a really cold fireball. It's pretty much the same thing, though.
Yeah,
I
totally.
mean, what, 8d8 versus 8d? Yeah, it was worse.
Yeah. Just.
Is I assume the rune of power is gone now.
Yeah, it's gone. Once it's triggered, it's done.
Alright.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any physical traps. I'm
Um,
bad at looking for those.
let's see. Can I look for some traps?
Looking for some traps. Sure, yeah. Roll me perception in this case.
Yen is going to help because she is proficient in perception.
That works.
14.
Okay. There are, to your knowledge, no physical traps preventing access to the entrance of the temple.
I see none.
I'm gonna walk forward and see if I see anything with the invisibility.
Okay, so looking around, you do not currently see anything with see invisibility. Nothing out of the ordinary. Not currently, anyway.
Looks clear to me.
Let's get going. We have some heavy labor ahead of us. Goody.
Okay. It would take you some time to get into the entrance of the temple, with Zhao and the rest of you kind of digging out a
We
path.
have our pickaxes.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that it's fast.
True.
You kind of dig out a path. The temple itself has mostly collapsed in the front of it. Whatever happened here, you note, left the entirety of the entrance of the temple scorched and burnt. As you continue in, you manage to finally clear a path fully into the kind of inside of the temple itself, and you see that it too has been mostly destroyed. Something terrible happened here. That something terrible, you're not quite sure what it was, but you can gather that whatever did this was the result of magic, and you probably have a good idea of who did this.
It's definitely not Haruka. She couldn't have done this.
Yeah, definitely.
She's too nice.
Look for the guardian. She was the only one that could open the temple. Basin.
Important point of order. Yeah, here we go. Important point of order. The portal in the center of the room is open.
Should we look for her?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You go further into the temple and let's see. Hold on. I'm just opening to get the layout of this. It's been a fucking minute since y'all have been. Yeah. You search the lower floors, and the altar at the base on the first floor is currently just in shambles. The bedrooms are destroyed. The first floor is basically just nothing anymore. Going to the back of the first floor, you head up the steps that lead to the kind of combat arena of the Guardians, and the altar itself, the magical altar that, once nearly. You find the combat arena to be mostly untouched. What are y'all's passive perception?
Mine's 22.
Fuck.
Mine's nowhere near that.
Oh. What is yours, Amalia?
Like 10?
Oh, okay. What is Zhao's?
Am I lagging or is that random?
No, I hear it as well.
Am I lagging?
Yes, you
okay,
are.
I'm sorry.
A smidge,
It's- Yeah, it's not super like heavy lag. It's just kind of like every now and then
Zhao's
they're static.
is, I think it's like
I'm looking
11 or
at
12.
it. It's 12. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, he's not proficient in perception.
Why is he missing
yeah.
HP?
I don't know. He should be at full.
Yep.
That alcohol hit him pretty hard last night.
Yeah, fucking waste.
I think you's hit harder.
Ooh. I see what you mean by the lag.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. Good to know.
Keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
you find the combat arena. You find the combat arena upstairs to be mostly untouched. And you kind of all comb over it. You don't see any sign of the Guardian so far, is the note. As you're turning to leave, you notices something kind of just out of the corner of her eye, like a quick, like, oh wait, what the fuck? There are no pieces on the map.
Oh no. All the
Oh, no?
pieces are
What's-
gone.
Wait, what?
All the pieces that were on that are gone.
Fuck, I can't try to do it here.
To what?
Contact him.
Mm.
Not that, like it's. I don't have a spell for this. God damn it! Why didn't I pick up the message cantrip? Oh, Illusory script. I forgot about that. That's a 10-minute cast time.
Yeah, it is. So what are you trying to
Trying to tell them something, but I don't want to take the chance that like she's got eyes in the area or ears.
Okay.
Well, I've got see invisibility on. Do I see any?
That is a good point. Yes, you do. Yeah. In the corner of the room down below, I'd forgotten you had see invisibility on. In the corner of the first floor, kind of off to the side, there is an unseen servant just standing in the corner and watching.
Yeah, I would have cast the spell magic.
Okay, yeah. And you dispel it easily, no problem. So it's gone. Upstairs in the combat arena, you don't see anything. That's the only thing you see.
And I would have relayed that I saw that.
Gotcha.
So it was the only one?
Yes, that's the only thing you see that is invisible.
It's a really good thing we asked Zhao to change the letter. Or Zhao asked to change the letter, rather.
I lied. I would have asked Zhao to cast detect dispel magic.
That's fine.
I don't have dispel magic.
That's fine. Yeah. He does it. He's like, like in this corner. All right. Oh shit! I felt something. There's really something. Oh my god.
Was that exactly like my spell?
Mm-hmm.
Would I know
love
they
this
can talk to you, or
They cannot relay information to you.
that was utterly pointless? But okay.
They can't communicate with you in any way that isn't like they can't speak basically, and they can't like think to you. They don't have telepathy. They, in theory, they're smart enough. They have commoner stats. They could, in theory, write on a piece of paper. They just don't have the ability to speak or otherwise communicate other than writing, basically.
Probably utterly pointless. They can't really talk. Maybe, right?
Well, she could have telepathy attached to it.
Maybe.
I mean,
I
either
don't
way,
think they
it's
can
good it's
actually
gone
convey
now.
thoughts, but okay.
I mean, I'm thinking like, can we stop breaking the rules of magic? Thanks. Like, if she has telepathy, isn't that the really weird thing? I don't know.
I mean, either way, it's gone. Whether it could or could not convey anything to anyone, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fuck you, see-through boy.
Hey, my see-through boy saved our asses several times.
Yeah, but that's not the one I'm talking to.
I know.
That sounds like a really emo pop band.
See-through boy, it's like
what's a pop
Fallout
band?
Boy.
Oh god damn it.
It's like Fallout Boy meets Evanescence.
Oh, I'm so tired of being here.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Would I have seen anything else? I guess I probably would have seen the servant with detect magic, wouldn't I have? Or seen something in the corner?
Yeah, once you got within the building itself, you would have seen the effect of the servant. I believe it's conjuration magic, I think.
I think
So you would have seen some conjuration magic, and like Rel's like looking around the room, and you both kind of are like, "What the fuck is that?" Oh,
oh no.
Yeah, it's
with your
conjuration.
detect magic.
So
Let me see.
many spells.
The altar up top, the one that had the map and all the pieces on it, is not emanating magic anymore.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, the altar isn't emanating magic anymore.
What does she do to this place?
Now that I'm
It looks like she fucked it up.
certain that it's a little more safe. I don't.
Wait. What about, and like, Rel starts like flapping her arms.
You just cocks her head.
That's what I'm trying to get at, Rel.
Zhao looks at Rel and is like, "Are you? Do you need some like spinal adjustment? Are you doing okay?" Shit, I think she's stepped on a trap. Hold on.
No, I'm fine. What?
I
Wait,
might
really?
not be able to communicate with
Yeah.
Eltanar anymore.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Maybe she had a contingency plan if she ran into a type of person like that. That could explain the damage and why this room isn't touched.
But it was touched?
Except for the pieces.
Oh, the pieces are gone, and it's no longer emanating magic.
I want to walk over to the table and see if I can't call out Tyranthor.
Okay. You
Mentally.
call it to Tyranthor mentally. Okay. It's kind of interesting because you call out and you feel like he might be listening, but he does not respond. You kind of feel the presence there, but he's not saying anything.
Okay, that's fine. Do you recognize this map?
Could he convey a feeling?
Or more specifically, do you recognize this device?
Give me a second here. This is an interesting thing for him. Yeah, okay. There's like several moments of just complete silence, like almost a full minute of silence. And finally, the place you're in is empty. Why?
Haruka.
Where is its guardian, its protector? I need to know. Now!
Presumably dead.
Oh, that's good news. Oh, that's really good news. I'm very happy to hear that.
Oh, and what's that?
You notice the little trail of kind of red lights appear on the wall.
You would see that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and you have see invisibility on, right? Does that let you see into the ethereal plane?
Yes, it does.
Okay, yeah. You see the full body of Tyranthor Thor emerge from the wall. And he there's a note, Tyranthor Thor is fucking enormous. You've seen him before, but I don't think I stressed really just how large he is. He is the size. One of his teeth is longer than your arm.
Jesus.
He's fucking enormous. He doesn't fit all the way inside the room, but as he comes into the room, he starts slowly shrinking down, and you watch his draconic form start to dissipate, and this like black smoke comes off of the transformation almost. And you see there now, instead of a dragon, walks a man. The man he walks with a very heavy limp, leaning to one side. He has almost not quite a hunchback, but his it's like his back is broken, and he's dressed in extremely fine clothing. He has long, dark hair. You can't really make out the color because in the ethereal plane, it's hard to see colors. They're just extremely muted. But it's a dark hair, maybe like a black or a dark red or something like that. He appears as this man and approaches the altar and places one hand on it. And he turns to you and
she's really fucking dead.
You're lagging really bad.
Holy
Excellent.
fuck, that was horrifying.
It was, but it was.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
You would have realized the red lights, right?
I think if you can see invisibility, you can see him, can't you?
I'm not seeing invisibility. Rel is.
Oh.
I have high
Yeah.
enough passive perception to see the red lights.
Oh.
Yeah, you would have noticed the red lights. Well, the 22.
Yu's tail would have been fluffed like, why is he here?
Oh hell no.
Hell no. He looks straight to you, Rel, and he just laughs. I mean, cackles in this gleeful, insane. Think like the joke kind of stuff going on here. Like Mark Hamill's joke. And eventually he stops laughing and he just looks.
She's really fucking dead, isn't she? Oh, that's excellent news.
At this point, Rel would openly speak. Why?
You're muted, Heather.
Said Yu immediately takes out her dagger.
Okay. He just kind of turns around and he tries to flip the table over, but his hands just push right through it. And he looks to you and
She's the bitch that killed me the first time. She never did let me out. Oh, but she's gone now.
So-
Now the path becomes much easier for you.
So what was this then? And Rel gestures to the table.
This was her binding. Something the master had set up. He didn't want her to leave either. She was too valuable, he said. But I know the truth. She wasn't valuable. She was here to contain us, to prevent us from leaving.
So
But
you're
now she's dead.
so you're all trapped down here.
All of us. Every last one of us. And there are many, oh so many. We have been down here for a long time, Rel. You must understand. I'm fucking done. I think it's time to go. This was one shackle. Only two remain for me.
Rel says in her head, so what should I be looking for?
He turns towards you now fully, and you can see the side of his body that you couldn't see. There isn't an arm on that side of his body. Instead, sprouting from it is this weird, like, strange tentacle. And it's currently kind of wrapped around itself in this almost like loop. Not quite like tied together, but I mean, it might as well be. And it unfurls, and he reaches towards you. He's still really far away from you, but he reaches towards you with it and almost points to you.
Just continue downwards. I'll let you know when you're there.
All right, so are you all in different prisons?
Yes, we are. Each one of us has a different shackle, and the shackles must be broken.
Interesting.
Perhaps you can do that for me. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe you'll die along the way and become a part of the Master's collection. Who knows?
Who is this master?
They... And he thinks for a second. You see, like, there's a palpable confusion on his face. Like, he almost seems to be struggling to even think for a second. I don't remember the face. He approached me as I was dying and told me that I could have eternal life. Told me I could stay here forever.
Huh? Well, that complicates things.
It does, doesn't it? You're going to have to kill the Master at some point.
Rel kind of shrugs and looks down to the table. And then, like, back to him.
I'm going to make a roll real quick. Okay, yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, don't worry about it.
All right.
Not telling us not to worry about it just makes us worry about it more.
I mean, I probably created you. I'm assuming it created all of them.
Create is a strong word. He didn't create any of us, just imprisoned. Fed us lies so we could have his petty collection. He deserves a horrible death.
What collection?
Us.
You are the collection.
I am a part of it, yes. And he'll collect you too if you let him.
Caesar.
That's the Master's cat.
The ominous cat in the background.
Well, I for one don't plan to let that happen.
I wouldn't if I were you. He makes it difficult to rebel.
Then how are you doing it?
I'm a little stronger than the others. They have underestimated Tyranthor. And maybe... No!
It
I
was
heard
so fitting.
they have underestimated Tyranthor and maybe a little something. I didn't hear anything after that.
He says they have underestimated Tyranthor and maybe maybe a little help from how does he word it?
And maybe just a little help from a friend.
I want to know who the friend is.
Rel whispers in her head, "Me?"
No. Oh, this friend's a little bit different.
Who?
I can't say their name. But they're down here with me, too. Maybe you'll meet them. Maybe not. Oh no.
Well, maybe we kill them.
That's a very possible activity for you. Maybe that would be a good thing. Tyranthor doesn't like owing debts.
And Rel says in her head, "But then you'd be indebted to me."
He turns and raises an eyebrow at you. And he turns back around and he slowly begins shifting back into his dragon form. The shadows that fell away from him start coalescing, and the mass of shadow builds and builds and builds until now he is a massive dragon once again. And begins exiting the room through the wall. And as he does so, he looks back.
I'll be in touch.
And he exits through the wall.
I don't think he likes the sound of that one.
I don't think I've ever punched so far above my station.
What was the D4 for?
You don't want to know.
I do want to know.
Oh,
I want to know.
I was rolling
That-
to see if I kill Rel or not.
Oh, he lagged.
That was interesting. And Rel turns to the rest of the group. So, no one else heard that, right?
No one could hear him speak.
Okay.
But I knew he was there.
You get
Yeah.
the indication that Eve knew that he was there, but looking at their faces and stuff, the indication that none of them heard what he said.
Yeah. Well, I was talking out loud because I knew.
Yes,
Yeah, because I saw the red lights and I was.
they
like, "Ah,
heard
shit."
you speaking.
Yeah.
You were in the room. They heard you speaking. You get the indication, like Zhao is just looking utterly confused. You're pretty sure that none of them heard anything.
So that was. Well, Eve knows.
You calling me Eve, dude.
Oh,
Who
I'm
the
sorry.
fuck is Eve?
Sorry. So you knows.
You looks
That's
like she's about to kill you.
So before you stab me, I found out some information.
As you do.
As I do, yes, I make use of every situation that I come across. This, and Rel gestures to the device behind her, was more or less a shackle to a prison. And all of the representations that were on this device are imprisoned down here by someone called the Master. The very same Master the Guardian talked about.
Huh.
Which explains as to why Haruka would destroy this. It is a shackle holding... what's his name? Lemodius? No, not
Eltanar.
Lemodius. Eltanar.
Eltanar.
Holding Eltanar down here. And by consequence, the rest of them.
But then why do we lose contact with them when...
I get the feeling Lemodius is special. Clearly, well, I don't want to say his name, but Tyr was able to manifest. I saw him, and that is who I was speaking to.
No
Well, I
shit.
haven't... As I said earlier, I didn't want to try and contact in case there were eyes or ears. I haven't tried yet.
Perhaps you should.
Yeah, well...
Perhaps you shouldn't.
I mean, if we're talking about talking to like fucking mythological creatures that are like gigantic and, you know, potentially in the civilization, I think we should be careful at all times. That's my 2 cents.
Probably.
And are you sure that they're all down here? Why would the ones in the... And he like looks over at Amalia.
What?
Why would he send her down
wouldn't
here
he
to...
just tell her? Now I'm just gonna...
Yeah, as am I. There's...
I wasn't sent here to free him. I was sent here to take out someone or something.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm more confused than I've ever been right now.
Yeah. There's something going on. So, what Tyr told me about this master is that all of the beings down here are part of this master's collection. They were promised something, and in return, I believe he said they were promised eternal life. And I guess the cost was imprisonment.
What, is he keeping a zoo of mythological creatures?
Apparently. The Guardian was also imprisoned. She, however, was part of the shackle.
So, she was a shackle that was shackled.
Or a willing
Yes.
participant.
Or that, yes.
What the fuck?
Have you ever thought that maybe there's a reason why they're fucking down here other than being a collection?
I mean, yeah, they're all fucking batshit crazy. And evil.
And
Look
I
who's
mean,
talking. Considering I'm not the one that summoned him.
You're lagging bad.
I didn't summon him.
Really? Because you were the only one that could hear him and was talking to him.
I mean, that's fair. You got me there.
No shit.
I didn't summon him though.
so what, you were just talking to him and he just happened to show up?
No, I walked over to the map and was contemplating the nature of its use so that it's broken, or why it would be worth breaking, and the red lights showed up, and he walked through the wall.
You know, as you do whenever you're a fucking weird ghost dragon thing.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, totally.
I'll make a deception check against that, sure.
Oh, are you insight checking?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the future, let me know whenever you're gonna insight check something that a player says.
There we go.
Oof,
Dear
yeah.
me Christmas.
You can't glean any information from that other than seems like she's telling the truth.
Seems like you're telling the truth, but we got you good on some points. Admit it.
No, I mean, it's very obvious he's taken an interest.
Bullshit. You manipulate.
I manipulate everything.
Exactly.
Even
You can't
deities.
just buy people, Rel.
I mean,
It depends on if you're in Nivernin or not.
Zisha understands.
I mean, it's not right, but you can do it.
I'm not agreeing with you. I'm just saying in some parts
so-
it's okay.
I mean, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is that he took an interest to me because I was willing to die to talk to him.
You puts up her hand. Enough
Yes?
excuses. And walks out.
Oh. What?
Didn't Rel tell us that she made a deal with him?
I don't think so. No. I think the only thing that you guys know from Rel is that she has had experiences with Tyranthor in the past.
Talk to him.
Yeah, I think because that was in the room with the Magus and Akira, or maybe Akira wasn't in there. I can't remember now.
Akira was in there.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
yeah.
had seen visibility on, and Rel was talking to Tyranthor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that's the only time that you guys have seen her interact with Tyranthor, or even known about her interactions with Tyranthor, to my knowledge, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, and she did that to get information from him.
Which was when you also made the deal, just didn't tell us.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
The fucking
Well,
sneaky bitch.
She went to find the corpse of the Guardian.
Okay, make an investigation check, please.
14.
You look over every part of the temple. You do not see any sign of any corpse whatsoever.
Any bodies of armor?
Nope.
Right. So, we need to stop Haruka.
Yeah? Yeah?
And we need to have a serious discussion about continuing down these floors and whether or not these beings should be freed.
I mean, I think that's reasonable. Yeah, sure.
Because I understand that Modius may be down here if his token was on that board. However, we do have to...
I just want to point out something. If I remember correct, wait, was Zhao with y'all the first time?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. If I remember correctly, Lemodius' token was different than all of the others.
Oh, no,
So
wait.
was the Ravens.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because all of the rest of them were like chess pieces, you know? Whereas this, it wasn't as a coin?
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be worth noting. I don't pay attention to any of this magic shit.
When we moved the eyes, I lost there was a token with like an eye and a sword, wasn't it?
That was the coin, yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
coin.
we
That was
moved-
Lemodius' stuff.
Okay, I didn't remember us figuring that out or saying that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Had a phoenix on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought
when
when
we-
you flipped it over, it was still an eye with a sword, just the other side, or just the opposite.
It was, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. It's just we found out because we moved it, and then you talked to Lemodius, and he's like, he went blind. He couldn't see you.
He couldn't talk either, I don't think.
But
Yeah.
you could still communicate. Like the raven was fine.
I don't think she tried.
Yeah.
Because I thought we had decided, like, figured out that was like the eyes of. Okay, well.
I'm just giving you information from Zhao's point of view.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he's smarter than I am.
No, he just rolled a 17 history check. That's all.
Fair.
I actually rolled a natural 17. I don't know if he has any history, but that succeeded, so. Yeah, that's a 21, so he's great.
I am going to think in my head, Lemodius, can you still see and hear us? Or at least me?
I can. What's going on?
The map from before where we were moving the token around and you lost vision, it has no more magical properties. I was concerned that you might be gone.
No, I can still hear you and see you. In fact, I feel it might be even clearer than before.
Excuse me.
My medicine.
Are you trapped down here?
No,
Okay.
I am not. To my knowledge, there are others that are, though.
By the sounds of it, the Guardian was one of them.
I do not know. The only one that I know of, Eltanar. But I know the place that you're in is very dangerous.
Yeah, we don't plan on staying long. Hopefully.
Well, be careful, and if you need me, I'm here.
Okay. Thanks again for all the help so far.
And thank you. You are a great help to me.
I'm not gonna squeeze this time. Well, he's fine. Or at least he's still here. I'd say that out loud.
Okay. Is he trapped down here?
No?
Interesting.
Alright, so he's not trapped and you can still talk to him, so there's no, like, we don't panic right now, right? Or do we?
No, we don't panic.
Okay, because I'm
not yet.
totally down to panic if we want to.
I mean,
Why?
I'm okay with panicking too, but
No, this is an
Because
important question.
We
need to be asking.
struggled with this guardian. She almost killed you. She almost killed me.
She did kill you.
not.
did kill you.
She did kill me.
Yeah, she did kill Zhao, and then she almost killed Rel, but Rel kind of killed herself.
And I mean, we know who did this, right? Right? Like, am I crazy, or is this the work of, Shadow Bitch Witch?
I mean, unless the Guardian just did it herself, yeah, it's probably her.
So,
You is still giving Rel a death glare.
so my initial takeaway from this is, holy fuck, she is scared.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, so there is a very serious question that needs to be answered.
Okay.
Why is Lumodia still able to be still able to see?
Hey.
I don't know, he's got eyes.
I could have told
Does
you
he?
this, but I was going to suggest it before that little incident. She could have up and left to another seal. Or whatever.
With, like, the Guardian?
Yes. A
shit.
contingency plan. Get the hell out.
I don't know. She seemed like a ride or die kind of person to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Amalia. I mean, I don't know, but, like,
Everybody has a backup plan, even if she's undead.
I don't have a backup plan. Have you seen me? I basically just fucking go into fights and we win, and I don't know how. But listen, like,
Because you're awesome.
fuck.
Stuck up much.
I'm not afraid to say it. I'm fucking scared.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've kind of gotten used to the whole talking to things that you can't exactly see all the time, but doesn't really make it normal.
Right? It's just like,
I've just
whoa.
gotten used to it. Maybe it is normal. Not, I mean, before a certain point in my life, it wasn't normal, but
So, we really need to stop Haruka before she releases all of these trapped, imprisoned entities.
And how do we do that?
I don't know.
Me either.
We strap her to a chair and make her eat poison.
that's not going to work.
No, it is not. I think she knows how to subtle spell things.
I don't think we'd even get her strapped to a chair, honestly.
I don't think so either.
Don't think we'd make it that far.
I mean,
Hmm.
we could all just get really naked and run at her. Maybe that might give us the time.
Let me know how that goes.
I'm not sure how Evil Bitch Witch will respond to nudity, but I don't think it's going to be like paralyzed. Maybe you might be onto something.
I don't know. That's all I got for ideas. Maybe we could make like an anti-magic throwable prison.
What?
I like where this is going. I don't know how to do it though.
I don't know how to do it either.
Okay, good.
Spitballing out theoreticals here.
Oh, I gotta think of something.
We stab her.
This sounds like a really good idea. I like this one.
Is it gonna work?
I mean, I don't know a single person that stabbing them doesn't kill them.
I mean, yeah, but you have to take into consideration that we have to figure out how to get to that person before we can stab that person. It is much easier to just throw a fireball at her, and I still don't think that's gonna work.
Maybe we should
Just throw those 30
like,
damn delayed fireballs at her.
I mean,
See if
we
she
did
can
that,
dodge
yeah.
that.
We still don't know how long those take to go off.
I have a really good idea. Maybe. Okay.
Okay, all right.
Are you ready? All right.
Yeah.
So we draw her in with the promise, like, more power, haha, stuff like that. Haha. Okay, right? So we get her to get close to us, And then Rel, you take you know, the bag. You know what I'm saying, the bag. And you two just have a pleasant exchange. And I just resurrect.
That sounds excruciatingly painful.
No. I think you would die instantly. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Are you actually gonna res me?
Could you even rest someone after that?
There is resurrection magic, which doesn't require any part of the body whatsoever. Not quite good enough for that yet. I don't know what is.
You know, I could just give you a piece of myself, right? And I could just stick the coins in my body.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's really. Oh no. Wow. Okay. Well,
Oh.
You know,
I'm impressed.
That. Wow.
So you're just going to like run at her and be like, what a great day for a good exchange.
So, like, do you die then? Or, like, do you just reform off of the.
I would
the little
die.
piece?
But
Pretty sure she would die.
giving him a piece would let him revive.
Ah.
So I'm not splattered everywhere.
This is true. Anyways. I
That
think
happened.
we're hitting one major. We're skipping over a big deal. The first thing is that we would have to find her.
I mean, we could just tell her that we have what she wants.
Maybe.
I mean, that would get her here real fast. Let's be real.
Oh, okay.
Real fast?
Maybe.
Have me hold it?
Oh
and
my
keep
god.
my pseudo dragon somewhere safe and 100 and something kilometers away.
Well, you see.
Oh, you're all way smarter than I am.
Yeah, no, these are all way better plans than I had. I was just gonna die.
Well, you
I
see,
was just going to ask you to die.
I was gonna agree to it.
Let's just cut off one of our pinkies. There.
Okay, so pause here. Hilarious story. There was once a player in an AL game that played a Zealot Barbarian, and he did that. He cut off his little toe every time that he was resurrected, and he gave it to the local temple because he had to act. So they automatically resurrected him every time he died. Anyways, continue.
Huh. What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, that's not Hexblade. That's Pact of the Blade. Where is that?
What are you looking for?
Cause she said she would hold on to the haft. Yeah, is that what you said?
Yeah.
To like coax her to get close to you.
Yeah, I could literally teleport away with it, or you can banish it from my hand.
Yeah, so long as you're done within a minute. Because if you move more than 5 feet away from me for more than a minute, you're it's just gonna disappear.
So, like, are we really doing this?
I mean,
I don't really like any of this.
I was mostly joking. But, like, if you want to do something.
If you want to do something crazy, let's do something crazy. I mean,
That's the craziest plan I can think of.
you don't solve anything by just standing around.
I mean, no.
Which is kind of what we're doing, by the way. What are we
I
doing?
think maybe we should gather some information. Like, figure out what we have ahead of us and stuff like that.
Yeah, probably.
You know, general reconnaissance.
Let's just follow the devastation and just slit her throat while she sleeps.
Oh.
Does she sleep? Do we know that?
Don't know.
Me either.
But there is perks of being what I am.
By
Okay.
the way, you know, now that we're not thinking about it anymore, that conjuration magic in the corner, what was it?
Unseen servant, by the looks of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
do we have any guesses as to why that was even there still?
It could have been the Guardians or hers.
Oh shit.
Or that could have been the Guardian.
Did we just kill the Guardian? Are we the ones that killed the Guardian?
Guys, maybe we're the evil ones.
You're the one that
Are we the
dispelled it.
baddies?
I did dispel it.
Are we the baddies?
Holy shit, we did it without even thinking.
What was it called? Summon servant?
Unseen
Unseen
servant.
Unseen servant.
Yeah.
Oh. Is that concentration?
Holy shit,
But
we're
even
It
if
is.
it was,
It
an
is?
Mhm.
even if it was an unseen servant, it couldn't do the capacities that she did, as far as I know. So we've seen weird shit, mutated oozes. I wouldn't be
It's
surprised.
It's not.
concentration.
It's not.
Unseen servant isn't concentration?
Nope.
No,
it's
it's
not.
just a 1 hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait.
It's a ritual, 1 hour, and not concentration.
Guys, 60 feet.
Huh?
It has a 60 feet limit from the person.
Oh shit. Rel starts sprinting down there.
You start sprinting down.
To where the unseen servant was.
Okay, you sprint down to where the unseen servant was.
I'm gonna look around for something.
Make a perception check.
Holy shit, we're horrible.
All right, I'm gonna check because it was at the end of a hallway, right?
No, it was on a corner, one of the 4 corners of the main.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I'm also
That
gonna
was
check
for-
the rooms.
This is where the portal was, yeah?
So you're checking the main room and also the.
Any side rooms that would be within 60 feet of it.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Which is pretty much all of them. Okay, yeah. Make perception.
Not investigation.
No, not investigation.
Damn it.
You wouldn't have time to investigate this.
Well,
Oof. Yeah. You look. The unseen servant's gone, obviously, and there's in the side rooms. They're mostly destroyed. There's nothing there.
What the
and I
hell
don't
are
see
you
anything
looking
I see
for?
visibility.
You don't see anything else within see visibility.
So, the unseen servant's got a range of 60 feet. It can only be 60 feet away from you, which means whoever cast that must.
Fucking shit. Move. Where are you at exactly? Where would she be at?
She would be here. I will
Would she be
Oh, I
next
can't-
to the rubbled rooms? Is what I'm asking.
Yes. So on the bottom floor, the first floor, there is the main room, which is basically just a giant square. It has the stone plinth with the portal in it at the and to the right. Technically, this would be to the east. There is a small room with an altar in it that's pretty much identical to the one above, but it's not a magical one and it doesn't have pieces on it. And then to the west, there are 4 rooms which you guys have stayed the night at. These rooms are mostly just destroyed. They're not quite rubble, but like the walls are broken. The beds and furniture that were in them is just in pieces. Scorch marks everywhere. Obviously, there has been some terrible stuff happened here. The altar is mostly destroyed as well. And then the portal is activated in the center. You do not see anything down.
What exactly are you looking for? Particularly where?
The Guardian, Haruka, anyone that could cast that ability?
Okay, fine. I drop out of my human form
Okay.
and I start going into the cracks.
Okay. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be interesting. So you drop out of your human form. You guys have seen her very briefly in like ooze form before, but never like this. She is now basically a giant pink blob of weird fleshy stuff. And to move, she like grows these long tentacles that pull her. What are you looking for specifically? You
anything could cast it, or if there's anyone in here. In the...
roll perception.
Okay, Yen's going to help if she can.
She can't.
Okay.
She can't get in there. Yeah. You don't see any bodies, any people. You don't see.
Cut out.
I said you don't see any bodies or people or anything. Nothing that could cast an unseen servant spell.
Is there something loud I can pick up and bang against something?
I mean, there's brass braziers in the main room. You could potentially turn one of those over and just beat it with a, like a mace or something.
I can talk in this form, right?
Yeah.
Zhao, hit one of those things.
Okay. Yeah, but... Is that good?
Yes.
Okay. There is no response.
I don't see anybody in here. Anything with my passive perception?
No.
Okay.
Not sure if we fucked up horribly or if Ren forgot about the 60 feet limit.
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah, we just fucked up.
I could check and see if the altar has a hidden passage.
Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt to check, but I think at this point we just drop the ball entirely.
Or there's a hidden passage or something.
Like I said, we can check. That's fine.
So why would Haruka destroy the side rooms?
She
Looking for
wouldn't.
something?
Zhao nods to you, Amalia. I think maybe she was looking for something.
Exactly what?
I don't know.
Probably looking for what those adventurers found. Maybe she just... Wait, no. She already has that.
God, Zhao's stupid. Fuck.
Right.
I think we should. What?
Sorry.
No,
Well,
continue.
she took the blade. Because
Yes?
that was what those adventurers found, so maybe she's looking for the haft.
Does she not know?
Or she doesn't know where it's at.
Well,
We don't even know where it's at, Rel. She didn't... Oh, fuck, no, I didn't know that. I wasn't there for that part.
no, I'm.
No, there was information that
gave
she told... What? No, there was information that Haruka told you about... Was it the blade? The blade was found somewhere, or one of the pieces or something was found somewhere, but she was told that it was in a different spot.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, but.
But Amalia doesn't know that. I don't think you shared that.
No, I did, and she also knows that we have it. We gave it to you.
Oh.
Yeah, we gave it to you because
Yeah.
she thinks I have it because I've shown it to her.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then she found out that somebody else had the other half and took it, killing the half of the camp in the process.
Yeah, she took the blade.
Yeah, she took the blade, which was in the possession of the Black Lynx mercenary.
Yeah, and she
Company.
said she's going to send assassins after me, and in the event that I died while you guys weren't around, like it was better to be on Amalia than it was me.
Important note, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but since you're recalling this, she took the blade, and she also you also know that she took
The seed.
something off of the seed of the tree of Ong.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then she wouldn't be looking for the haft. Okay, we know she wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's looking for
I
something
still
else.
Yeah, I still think she's looking for something. Just
Zhao's,
don't know what.
Zhao's too stupid to chime in on this one. I tried.
What? Yeah. Yeah, I just saw a shadow. Yeah.
You is slowly peeking her blob form out of the cracks, kind of like, okay.
Yeah, your movement speed when you're in blob form is not very fast. As a note, you're as an oblex.
Yeah.
I think they have 10-foot movement speed.
I want to go investigate all the rooms.
Check
Okay.
for hidden switches.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
It's
Hidden
gonna take me a
switches.
second to get back into my normal form.
Okay.
Go check.
I'll wait
the
for her.
altar.
Yeah. Oblexes have a movement speed of 20 feet in their blob form, by the way. Just to note.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes you what a full minute to revert back to your normal form.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you spend a minute. Amalia, what did you say you were doing?
I'll go check the altar for any kind of like hidden switches or anything like that.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
If
then-
I don't
Mhm.
find anything with an investigation check, I'll do. Oh no, because I already had that on. Never mind. Don't
Okay.
listen to me.
I will
okay.
help with the investigation check.
Okay, sure. And Rel, you're going to the side rooms and investigating those, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me investigation, please.
Oh god.
I don't think Zhao does not have proficiency, so
No, he doesn't.
straight roll.
Hey, Jacques, can I have guidance?
Sure, yeah. Holy
Roll that d4.
Holy
You should
shit.
fucking roll the guidance at
Aw.
that point.
What? That's a 28 investigation. You need to calm the
Upset about
fuck
a
down, ma'am.
28. Just roll things.
That's
Wait
not
a
even a
minute.
crit. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Yeah, I give it plus one.
I have expertise.
Expertise. Fuck rogues. Alright. Yeah, so,
Wait a minute. I don't think we added. I don't think it would have mattered, but it would have been a
Okay, I got it.
13 on my perception check. I think.
yeah, that wouldn't have mattered. Cool. So, you guys will spend quite a while doing this because there are 4 side rooms, and to investigate all of them thoroughly, it will take you some time. The altar gets investigated in the span of about 20 minutes or so. You kind of pour over the altar looking for hidden switches and just thinking, like, hey, what is this altar for? You don't find any hidden switches in the altar itself. However, Rel,
Yeah.
you come out of one of the side rooms
Mhm.
and you're just thinking, like, you've gone through all of these rooms and you're just fucking, like, irritated that there's just nothing there. And you just kind of lean against the wall at the very back. There's 4 side rooms in a hallway, and there's 2 on each side of the hall, and then the hallway ends in this kind of like flat stone wall, and the
Yeah.
stone wall itself has a like mural on it. And you lean against the flat stone wall, and you're just kind of looking down the hallway. You sigh, look at the mural for a second, and then you notice something. The mural is of the sun coming up over the horizon with the moon kind of opposing it. There's like a line drawn across the center. The sun is coming up and it's daylight on the top. On the bottom, it's nighttime. There's stars and the moon. It looks like, if you flipped it, the moon would be rising. However, directly between the two slots are kind of swapped, almost like a yin-yang, but it's really tiny, where part of the moon is inside the sun and part of the sun is inside the moon. And you look at them for a second, and it's a very slight bevel. I mean, really tiny. But you take your thumb and you just twist them into place, and a button presses in, and the wall starts sliding downwards and upwards where the sun and the moon meet. It kind of splits in half and creates an opening.
I found something.
Awesome.
Of course she both did. Just show it off.
Ugh. I forget how sluggish that form is.
Yeah. Also, when you revert to like your quote unquote true form, it does make your thoughts a little hazy for a while afterwards. It's like taking like a painkiller or something. Like you feel kind of hazy and concentration is difficult and
If it's
Do
any
you-
consolation, I like the pink.
It's pretty, isn't it?
I enter the room, by the way.
Okay, you step into the room.
Yeah.
Okay, you step into the room and take a few steps in. Are you guys following Relin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Give me 1 second here.
Oh.
As you step into the room, an unnatural coldness washes over your skin, and goosebumps appear for all but one of you, two of you, really, because Zhao doesn't get goosebumps either.
He's warm-blooded.
He's cold-blooded, but he's not actually. He's warm-blooded. It's very eerie, this hallway that you walk down, covered in cobwebs and
Wait, who
various
else doesn't
suits.
get goosebumps?
You and Zhao.
You is in the character?
You isn't the character.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
She's an ooze.
She doesn't have like uncontrollable responses
Okay,
to stimuli.
that's what I figured. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Anyway, walking down this hallway, there is a dim blue light that fills the area with no discernible source. Cobwebs hang from the ceiling and between suits of armor which stand at attention like guardians. You brush through them, slowly walking down this hallway, careful for traps. And at the end of the hallway, it opens up into a large room, decorated with various suits of armor, swords, and shields across the walls, all sorts of different weaponry. And at the very back, there stands a singular suit of armor, larger than the rest. And you recognize it as being Yulai, the Guardian.
That was her name.
As you approach closer, you see that she is standing in a pose, her massive greatsword blade down onto the ground, both of her hands clasped around its pommel, a warrior's pose. She does not respond to your entrance.
Eli?
There's no response.
Is there anything else in the room?
Oh yeah, there's tons of shit in the room. There's probably about 30 suits of full plate mail, all of them equipped with various different types of weapons. The walls themselves are lined with weapons. I mean, all the way up to the ceiling. Just if you can name a type of weapon, it is in here. Shields of all sorts of different heraldry, just line spaces between the weapons. Sometimes they act as a backdrop to the weapons themselves. The room is essentially a massive armory.
Hey, Jean, maybe you can find some plate armor that fits you.
I mean, that would be ideal, but I get a little bit of a sense of reverence from this room, and I don't want to touch anything right now.
Fair.
So later.
I mean, maybe? Look, I'm not against grave robbing as long as no one's alive to care.
That is the definition of grave robbing, yes?
No. Sometimes people can be alive to care.
Oh,
somebody's alive to care.
That's fair.
Undead is a thing.
Well, not just that. It's like, if you rob, like, if you go to a family grave and you like fucking steal somebody's mother's pendant from the grave and they find out, like, that's not a good thing.
I mean, if they cared about it, they wouldn't have left it with her.
That's not true.
That's not the point.
I'm just saying.
I'm not
Usually-
against grave robbing. Listen, I'm not against grave robbing, but I am against stealing from people that are alive.
What I have seen from creatures like you
Is
is they leave things that are important to the individual with them in death.
Oh, I fucking wouldn't.
Sometimes they
Yeah,
keep
but
them.
those are weird.
Sometimes
Those
they
people
don't.
aren't aware that grave robbers exist.
They do. It's just they suck.
Yeah. They don't
You'd
need
think
it
they'd get
anymore.
a fancy graveyard person.
Right. Well, you lie, Miss Guardian. You're dead, aren't you?
There's no response.
Maybe
gonna
there's a way to
ritual
turn her
cast
on?
detect
What,
magic.
Amalia? What are you doing?
I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Okay.
While she's
yeah.
doing that,
I never sent that.
oh,
while she's ritual casting that, hey, you,
Yes.
try ritual casting Unseen Servant.
Okay, I will do that.
Ah,
Do you
Okay.
want me to try and call in the serpent you dispelled, or?
you can try. I don't know if you can, but I'm thinking maybe the Unseen Servant is just modified by this temple.
Maybe. We can see. I will. Yeah.
Are you you're ritual casting it?
Yep.
Okay, so a few minutes later, detect magic finishes. The body of Yulai, like the armor and everything, is still giving off an essence of magic. It is a mixture of necromancy and abjuration. Yeah, let me think for a second. What's the range of detect magic?
60 feet, I think, or 30 feet.
I think it's 30.
Detect magic.
I always get those two mixed up.
I do too.
It says self. Oh, 30 feet. There we go.
30 feet. Yeah, gotcha. Let me think for a second.
You said abjuration?
Yeah. Yes, abjuration and necromancy. Abjuration, you will know as it's like the type of magic that forms barriers. It's the control of raw magic.
Okay.
And necromancy, you know what necromancy
Yeah.
is. Okay. And Unseen Servant finishes, and you have your Unseen Servant called.
How big is the room?
Okay.
It's about 120 feet wide and probably about a solid like 90 feet deep. And
yeah.
it's like 120 by 90 by like 45.
Yeah, I'd walk around it a little bit. Try not
Okay.
to disturb anything, but see if I can't find anything else.
Sure, make a perception check.
Oh boy.
Yen's going to
Wait, I'm
help.
an elf. No, I'm not an elf.
Well,
Yeah, I'm an elf.
am-
No, I'm not.
I'm technically an elf.
okay. You walk around the room just looking at everything. I am going to say advantage on this just due to the fact that detect magic would outline stuff for you, which makes it a whole lot easier.
It's like aimbot but for D&D.
Right?
Dopey?
There is a as you're walking around the room and like Rel and you are talking about unseen servants, you see a weapon on the wall glowing with magic. It is a short. It's not a short sword, but it is fairly short for a long sword.
So it's a short sword?
No, it's not a short sword.
It's a short longsword.
Yeah.
It's medium sword. There you go.
Yeah, it's a medium sword.
Long swords are usually, yeah, there you go. It's a medium
Mid sword.
It's a mid sword. There you go. It's a mid sword. You see mid sword on the wall.
Mid sword for mid guard.
Glowing with a very, very faint essence of magic.
What kind?
This would be abjuration.
Okay. Blocks, banishes, or protects?
So, like, maybe you should send your unseen servant into the suit of armor.
Wizard subclasses.
Can you do that? I look at my unseen servant.
You look at it and there's nothing there because it's unseen.
I hold out my hand. Tap my hand if you can do that.
You feel a tap.
It says it can.
Try it. I mean, I can still see it. I think, right? No.
See invisibility would let you, yeah.
Well, it lasts an
Yeah,
hour.
but it-
See just how long you guys would have had to look. Okay, yeah, no. See invisibility's gone by this point for sure. Yeah, you guys would have been poking around at this for
All right.
the better
I
part of
cast it
3
again.
hours. Okay, sure.
yeah, I would have pointed out necromancy and abjuration on Uli, and then abjuration on the sword.
We can probably pick up the sword later. Have you found like a switch mechanism for her? She is a conduit, a construction.
Well, there's necromancy on her.
Well, she's
I
undead,
don't.
but she's also
Well, yeah,
a
but I don't-
construct.
Uh-uh.
So she might have an on-off switch. Could you go in there and see if you can't wake her up?
You wait for a minute and you see Uli's helm being like raised off of the thing. As the helm clears, you see a skull revealed. The skull is battered and broken, and one of its eye sockets is smashed in completely.
Oh.
And it is staring back at all of you.
Well, I think if we do manage to wake her up, she's going to be very upset.
It's not our fault.
It's not, but we are also technically desecrating the dead by doing that. And if she can, like, sense all of the stuff that's going on, she's not going to be very happy.
You, in the background of this conversation, you can see the helm being like turned over and upside down and like shaken.
Can you give me more specific orders so I can give it to him?
I don't.
I guess I start walking around seeing if I can find something that does something to her.
Okay. You don't see anything else magical in the room other than that sword.
There is nothing else in this room.
Everything else is just mundane armor.
Grab the sword.
I don't want to touch the sword.
Which one is it? I'll touch
Just mage hand it.
I point
Nope,
to the
I'm-
mid sword.
it. I go and pick it up.
Okay, well, it's fairly high up on the wall, so you would have to mage hand it more than likely,
All
unless
right.
you
Well,
have
I
a way
mage
to get
hand
it
it down
there.
to me.
Okay, you mage hand it down to you. You kind of take it off. It's on like a mount up on the wall, and you mage hand it down to you, and do you grab it?
Yeah.
You grab the sword, and you hear immediately in the back of your head, "Return it to my body."
Okay. I go and do exactly that.
Okay. You return it to Uli. How do you do that?
I think in my head, how do?
Do.
Stab me with it.
Oh.
Okay. I stab her with it.
Okay. You just like jam it down into the suit of armor. And there's a momentary flash. Rel, make me a strength save.
Uh-oh.
The poor
I'm
servant.
not good at these.
Yeah, you're not great at these.
14.
Does the servant
Okay.
get a die?
Yeah, the servant also gets a strength save. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Doesn't it have like 2 whole strength?
It has 0 strength.
Oh, I
Okay,
thought
so
it
that's a
had
2
2.
total. Nope, it has 0.
Oh,
It has the stats of a commoner, which are all
Can
10s.
you mage hand the helmet? catch
Well,
it?
you don't have time as Rel and the servant are blasted backwards by an explosion of energy that disrupts everything on the wall behind Uli. The eyes of the skeleton itself immediately glow this bright blue and then settle into the smoldering orange, and she begins moving.
Hi, sweetheart. How you doing?
She looks at the ground and picks her helm up and puts it back on her head. Turns to all of you, and she just stares for a second before finally, "We have to go."
What?
what the hell happened?
Can you tell us what happened, please?
Haruka found a way to disable my body.
Gathered that.
How did she do? I mean, well, I guess.
I had certain contingencies in place should an event ever take place.
I told you she had a plan, a backup plan.
I mean, I believed you.
You see her moving again. Treachery.
Yeah, she's a snake and blew up half of our camp.
She's going to die.
Kill her, please. I welcome it.
She just starts marching out of the room. Just like, she
wait.
just shoulder checks Zhao, who's like, wait, oh god.
What's the plan? Rel like chases after her.
She stops in her tracks and you almost run into her and she turns around and looks down at you and she says, "We hunt." And she turns around and just keeps walking.
Okay,
I
all right.
like her.
Hey, do you know what happened to your big map up there?
She stops cold. Turns around all the way.
What have you done?
She has unshackled me.
Oh no.
I will repay this favor in her blood.
Okay, you didn't want to be unshackled. That's good.
Oh, I most certainly did. But I have failed in my duty, and I have never failed in my life. Or my unlife. Turns back
So-
around, just keeps stomping away.
Wait. So, like, there was a shackle to the other beings locked away down here too? Is this a prison?
While she walks, she calls out. She says, "That was the first layer of defense. I was its guardian, and now it is gone. If she gets
Alright.
to the second layer, everything is
Is what? You
bad."
I mean, yeah.
Alright, I
Well,
guess we're hunting.
If you guys want to keep stopping her, that's fine. Okay, but
well,
she wants
you
to kill
is running
Haruka,
along
so
with her.
I'm not.
She's already made it to the portal. She lifts herself up for a second, and then just like takes both of her arms, puts them on the side of the stone plinth, launches herself in the air, and falls through the portal.
Alright, I follow after her as
Yeah,
well.
you was right behind her the entire time.
Okay, follow behind into the portal.
Do you happen to know how long you were in here?
Did you guys take the portal originally?
No, we didn't.
No.
We had to get Zhao back.
Great, good. Okay,
We have
I
no idea how this feels.
was like, have they encountered floor 3 yet?
No.
Perfect, excellent. This makes me happy. Okay. This would be right here is the entrance. Is it? It's not the.
1 second.
Oh wait, hold on. Looking for the entrance.
I'll be right back.
No, you're not.
Okay.
No. Where are you? No, I'm done. Where are you going? Well, you're gonna wait for.
Can we take
Just
a small
pee on the
break?
bed. Yeah.
Okay, cool, because I want more coffee.
Okay, well the session's about to end, so
Aww.
yeah.
But we're just getting to the good part. Damn
It's
it.
okay.
I will be right back real quick.
Yeah, you're fine. You're all cowards.
I'm here. I didn't go anymore. I'm waiting for this. I'm excited for
Great.
it.
Great. Good to know that no one's else excited. She's a jerk.
No, she got so excited she almost peed herself. And Will wants to be fully awake for it. See?
No, that's not. Look, I'm a cynic.
Okay then, Mr. the Robot.
Big beep, like a big boop, boop.
Oh, I feel better.
God, when it started doing that during his laugh, it was absolutely amazing.
That's glorious.
I got it all on recording
I'm
too.
back.
Sometimes the lag works out in our favor. Okay. As you
Like
take the
everyone-
portal,
Sorry.
you find yourself
suddenly inverted as you fall through the portal and find your feet landing on smooth stone. Too smooth. In fact, all of you go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw immediately.
Son of a bitch.
Including Joe.
I almost made a charisma. Oh my god, what is with my rolls?
Get wrecked.
Send help.
Great. Okay, so everyone except for you, the second that you land, you realize that the ground is a little bit too slick, and all of you fall on your ass. You're all going to take, whew, damn, 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
My
that was a
my
natural.
unseen servant found it.
Wait, what?
I had his unseen servant still following me. Remember?
Oh, okay. So yeah, the unseen servant, manages to catch themselves, only taking half damage.
That's
So
horseshit.
It did.
3 points of damage to the unseen servant.
It's dead.
It's dead. I'm sorry.
Wait, 43 minus 6 is what? 30.
How
7.
much damage do we take?
You take 12 points of damage if you failed, and you take
Oh.
half if you succeeded. So 6 to you.
Oh, 12 points.
Yeah, it was a max roll.
Oof.
The max roll on a 20-foot fall. So, the ground itself is slick, and you immediately feel the temperature differential before your vision even really becomes clear from the fall. It is freezing cold. I mean, it's not just literally freezing cold. As you look, the ground itself is ice. The walls are covered in a thick layer of ice to the point where you can't even see stone behind it. Yulai continues walking forward. Almost slips one time. Keeps her footing.
Hey, your compass.
Compass?
Compass. We're supposed to see which direction floor 3 is. It's pointing. Remember? Rel has it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. All right, I pull out the compass.
You rapidly reach in before you even stand up, pull out the compass. It is facing to the southeast. So, getting to your feet, kind of scrambling after Yulai, you find yourself in a wide, frozen cavern. The temperature here is probably it's cold enough that it's cold enough that spit comes out of your mouth freezes in a relatively short amount of time. And as you continue walking down the cavern, you see it opens up now. Instead of a singular cave, it is now a wide open area. You see snow falling from a ceiling that you can't see.
Even with
Winds.
dark range?
Yes, winds blow like the Alaskan tundra.
Neat.
And you have suddenly found yourself in a frozen forest. And that's where we'll pick up next session.
Okay. I think it's mostly RP this session, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah.